All right, everybody, welcome to Skate Zone and the Saturday Night C4 League. We got a contest tonight that's happening between, once again, Gary Bilitis' Ice Dragons in maroon against John Carter's Creamators. Yeah, the Creamators. They're going to be in white tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we're here at pregame warm-ups. We got about a minute 20 left before they drop the puck and the game starts. I'm here with Jay Dragum tonight, the captain of, well, the former captain of the Junkyard Dogs, but he'll always be the captain of the Junkyard Dogs, even though Garrett has taken over that position from him and has done an admirable job. But anyway, Jay, you want to say hi?
Oh, yeah. Saturday Night Lights on, baby. Game of the week. And there's Donnie Ron, the general. Gave up eating dinner and breaking bread with Tony Soprano to show up tonight. There he is.
How you doing?
Let me get an autograph.
Look, there's Johnny Pfeifenberger.
Nico Romero was flying JetBlue about 1 hour ago, and he's here to miss a couple shots.
There's Johnny Pfeifenberger. Wonder if we could get another vowel or consonant on the back of that jersey.
Number 4's visor's so
There's
dark.
John Carter, captain, giving us the wink.
The captain can't even see through his visor.
He's got to get rid of that visor.
It's 9 different colors.
He's got to get rid of that visor, right? I mean, you can't have. I mean, Pavel Barber laughs at that fucking visor.
This Nick Becker in goal. He plays 12 different leagues. Most talented player in the AJHL history. Just signed a huge contract with the Junkyard Dogs.
I heard.
Biggest acquisition in years.
Junkyard Dogs picked up a few players.
And Ken Patton was welcomed back for another season.
One no-show.
Gary Bilitis, make the Junkyard Dogs great. We'll see about these refs tonight. I don't know, brother.
Well, we just uploaded some new software on the Xbot. Let's hope that it does an even better job than it normally does. Here comes Tony to the bench. So it's found one puck that it wants to hold on to. Who do we have as the refs tonight? I don't know. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Don Randazzo. Oh, he's got Ken Patton. Ken Patton on his reclamation tour. Back from, well, wherever the hell he's been. All right, let's see. Let's get you back to zero. Let's get you back to center. All right, here we go. No, you got to tell her 13 minutes. Hold on, ref. Hold on. It's 13. 13. All right, here we go. We got it all worked out now. Boys got excited, thought they were going to get an extra 3 minutes out of this one.
We got Missick Jr. on the opening draw.
All right, they dropped the puck. We start.
The ref just asked for penalties for 2 minutes.
That's right. Anthony Smith goes over the blue line, gets it back to his D partner. Got to see his face so I can tell you who it is. He sends it up to the blue line. There's a little bit of a skirmish there. Rob Magner comes away with the puck. He's got Ken Patton on his right, but he's going to take it up. Alex Rams grabs it up at the blue line. Matt Campanaro gets it at the red line. Right now, I don't know what they're doing, but they'll figure it out. It's early in the game. Puck goes up, hits the net, out of play. All right, Jay. So I'm glad that you're going to be the first guest.
What an honor.
I'm just glad you're here.
Grateful to be here.
I wonder if Barad will show up, and when he does, you'll hear the boom, motherfucker, in the background.
The guitar in the parking lot that he can't play.
All right. Ref grabs the puck. They get to the dot. Grabs the puck, drops it down, and Creamators win the faceoff, but it goes back into their own zone. Tony grabs the puck, comes down to the goal line, sends it over to the blue line, where Missick Jr., JJ, comes up to the blue line, takes it into the zone, tries to get over to the Matt Campanaro. He can't seem to get it. Alex Ram sends it out of play at the blue line. All right, funny story. Donnie LaRocca wearing number 8. I thought that was all last week. I kept calling Ken Patton, who also plays, Donnie LaRocca for the whole game. Wow. So when he got into the penalty box and I said, Donnie LaRocca's in the penalty box, he goes, how do you pronounce my name? I go, Donnie LaRocca. He goes, no. I go, Donnie LaRoche? He goes, no. I go, well, how do you pronounce it? He goes, Mark Patton. Didn't I feel like a horse's ass? All right, nice pass up to the blue line. Gets it on net. Oh, and he scores. What a shot.
What a cherry picking.
Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch, that cherry picker at the top of the blue line, wearing a Blackhawks jersey, thinks he's Bedard. Outweighs Bedard by $1.50.
Looks like Connor out there. Nick Becker caught off guard early.
That's right. Nick Becker took one, let him go upstairs on him. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Don Randazzo, just too much pasta with soprano early.
Probably. He probably had mozzarella on whatever it is that he was eating. I'm sure he puts mozzarella on everything.
Gary built his first Don Randazzo right now.
I would say so. I would say so. All right. Don Randazzo back at the goal line. Sends it up. Matt Lynch steals it. Gets back into the slot. Gets tripped. Do they call it? They don't. They do. They do. 2 minutes for tripping.
Joe Missick. I taught you better than that. I taught you better than that.
You got 2 minutes to think about it, bud. He's going to go into the box, maybe get a little bit of a beard trim. Maybe they'll comb it out for him. Come out with a new beard style.
The captain's visor is now yellow and orange. It started purple and red.
We got Eric Friedman and Matt Lynch in the dot. Carter's team takes it, sends it all the way down, clears the zone. Brother Ray Collette with the MHL jersey, tending net tonight.
Make Mitch great again.
I wonder if Millowitz saw this, if he would have any issues. Probably not. Here comes Gary Biltis with his head down, per normal. Gets it over to Nico Ramar on the left-hand side. Nico Ramar makes a couple of moves, sends it back along behind the net, gets it over to Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch turns it over, plays the body a little bit on Novik. Puck gets all the way around. Oh, gets sent out. Dan Ford is holding it at the blue line. Eric Friedman is pushing him in. And offsides by a foot. By a foot. And while we got a stoppage of play, 10:52 in the first period. See what kind of music Allie's going to play. If my voice sounds a little bit off, it's because I was doing karaoke last night till 3 a.m.
What do we got as the live over-under in this game right now?
The over-under in this game was 7.5. First goal, actually, was not Matt Lynch. All right, Alex Ram gets it back up. The Ice Dragons are on the power play. Doesn't look like it, but they are. Puck comes all the way down behind the net. Ken Patton gets it, sends it over to Rob Magner. Rob Magner is going to pass it up to Ken Patton, who gets it over to Anton, the crazy Sputnik mad Russian.
Anton is 1 inch taller than before the game.
This is true. He uses a 12-foot stick. He glues two sticks together. Oh, and he could have made a play, and he doesn't.
Breakaway here.
There we do, a little mini breakaway. Oh! That had promise, but now can they turn it against him? Mark Patton, number 6, gets it into the zone, drops it off to Ken Patton. The Patton connection didn't work. They turn it over at the blue line. Carter's team takes it in. Number 10 has it. Sends it over. Alex Rams gets it. Holds on to it. Decides to go board. Mark Patton goes board. Gets it over to Tony Smith.
Somehow Kyle Booth.
Kyle Booth comes out of a booth, comes into the game, takes a shot. Nick Becker makes the save. Penalty is over. Rob Magner takes a slap shot. Oh! And the puck just dribbles him. I think that could be an Alex Rams, Kyle Booth, Mark Patton. Number 6, Mark Patton.
There you go, Mark.
No, Donnie
Welcome to
LaRoche
the
is
show,
in
Kyle.
white. Anyway, Rob Magner hit that thing with such velocity, someone needs to check the puck to see if it's broken.
Looks like Nick Becker very unhappy with a delayed whistle. Greased it.
Nick Becker down 2-0. John Carter's team, the Creamators, are looking a little half and half right now. Ooh, Matt Campanaro touches it, gets it up past the blue line. Over into the zone. Takes a shot, 0 angle from behind the net. Nothing happens. Matt Campanaro comes back up with it, takes it into his own zone. He's going to come back behind the net and reset. Gets turned over because a nice play by Kyle Booth. Shot on net. Don Randazzo comes up with the puck. Kyle Booth, Don Randazzo going at it behind the goal. Sends it out. What a play. What a save. What a save by Nick Becker. Absolute leg save and a beauty.
Might be the save of the game in the first period.
100%, Joe.
We are, Joe. And I'm wondering, Joe, why your team has 11 feet on the bench and you're all sitting on each other's lap.
It's a good question.
That's for a later day.
It's a good question. Matt Campanaro takes a breakaway, comes up past the blue, gets it on net. Oh! And he goes 5-hole. Goes 5-hole on Brother Ray.
Matt Campanaro looks like he plays starting right wing for the Florida Panthers.
Matt Campanaro, former roller guy, came to us from roller hockey.
Just a helmet, no cage, no shield, big beard, just here to fight.
That's it. When he's not skating here, he's building fireplaces for the Amish. Matt Campanaro, Rob Magner in the corner, fighting it out. Rob Magner goes to flip it out. Gets it over to Willie Morales. Willie Morales gets poke checked. Puck is still in the Ice Dragon zone. They get a shot on net. Matt Campanaro is fighting for it. The Lynch is fighting for it. Magner, Ken Patton. There's a melee. Puck gets dumped out. Yanni Pfeifenberger gets it on net. Gets tripped. No call. Net comes off the moorings. We get a stoppage and play.
We got a lot of letters in Pfeifenberger's last name. A lot of letters.
And if he was on like what's that thing called? Wheel of Fortune? They usually give you those 4 letters like R, S, T, L, N. None of those letters would work. No, because you'd have to ask for a P and an F. Because I think he's got 7 of those in his name.
Rumor has it, number 7 is using Aaron Ekblad's stick right out of the Panthers' skate.
Ref has the puck, drops it on the dot just outside the blue line of the Ice Dragon zone. John Carter, captain, number 4, tries to make a move. Puck goes behind him. Anthony sends it in. Are they going to call icing? Yes, they are. Faceoff's going to come back down into the Creamators zone. Well, it's been a interesting start, for sure. Jay's got some gourmet coffee here.
They stepped their roaster, their little dining area up here.
All right, face-off. Ice Dragons get it. Rob Magner comes up with it on the point. Sends it into the slot. Nico Ramar, Big Mac, a.k.a. Big Mac, just skates away from the puck, gets it up to Eric Friedman. Eric Friedman makes a move back to center ice. This is going to be icing, ladies and gentlemen. They called it off.
Not with these officials.
They called it off. All right. Nico Ramar, can he get it over to Alex Rams? Can Alex Rams collect it? Makes a backhand pass up to the blue line. Puck goes back to the red line. Eric Friedman comes up with it. John Carter flips it into the zone. Joe Missick finally touches the puck. And he sends Rob Magner down.
Has 2 hands on his stick with Joe Missick.
No, Joe Missick. You would never guess he's a hockey player. Looks the part. That one's for you, Joe. All right, Tony gets it up to Joe. Joe gets it over the line, sends it right to Ken Patton. Ken Patton gets it back out. Alex Ram gets a tip. Can he make a move? We got a 2-on-1. Alex Rams and Anton. Takes a shot.
Very selfish.
Yes, I got to say, you don't go to the outside. You come back to the slot. Come back to the house. Got to get a better result there, Alex.
Looks like Gabe Figueroa. Can we talk about that?
Oh, that's Pete Butimer. Oh, turns it over. Look at Big Anton. Gets a shot on net. Novik clears it for an icing. Faceoff's going to come back into the Cremator zone. 6:21 left in the first. Creamators 2, Ice Dragons 1.
The over is looking good at 7.5 in the first period.
All right. Face-off is won by the Creamators. For some reason, Yanni just dumped it out. Gets it over to Gary Biltis. Gary Biltis gets it over to Dan Ford. Dan Ford up to William Morales. William Morales to Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch decides to skate right past it, but William comes up with it. Makes a move. Gets it over to the corner. Can't seem to hold on to it, but he still has possession. Sends it out. Gary Biltis at the point. Sends an absolute blister into the corner. Kyle Booth comes up with it. William Morales goes for a backhand of sorts. Kyle Booth right to his stick. Takes a shot, goes wide. Matt Lynch still has it. Ice Dragons still have possession. Dan Ford comes over to the boards. Like the way Dan Ford plays. Gets a nice little redirection over to the slot. Kyle Booth sends it on net. Gary Biltis can't seem to hold on to it. Yanni Pfeifenberger gets over to Dan Ford. The puck is now up in between the blue and the red line. Ice Dragons coming into the zone. Gary with his head down. Takes a shot, almost hits the scoreboard. And then we have a collision. A collision. Don Randazzo wants the call.
He's not happy.
He wants the hometown call. Sal Caprata's having a rough game. Ooh.
Tripped right over center ice.
He tripped right over that line. He's got to watch out for that line. It'll trip you every time. All right, here we go. Alex Rams gets possession of the puck at the blue line. Loses the puck, gets it over to Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch, what's he going to do? I don't know what that was. Sends it over to Dan Ford. Dan Ford will do something good with it. He'll get it over to Kyle Booth. Kyle Booth at the bottom of the circle. Sends it over to Gary. Gary Biltis, what is he going to do? Takes a shot. What a save by Nick Becker. Gets it back to Dan Ford at the top of the blue. Takes a shot. Another save by Nick. Another save by Nick. But he just can't stop Alex Rams. Too much. Where is the Creamators defense in that spot? They got to be clearing guys out of the crease. I'm sorry, Jay.
9 shots in 12 seconds. And they look good. They're dominating right now.
I got to ask you, though. If you see that and your defense is just standing around.
Somebody's getting hurt. Somebody's riding the tar. Somebody's getting hurt. We got a healthy scratch during the game. Someone's going home early. Nobody's touching the goaltender.
Thank you. Thank you for that analysis. I agree. All right, here we go. Back at the center. Drops the puck. Matt Campanero comes up with it. Nico Ramari pokes it away. Gets it over to Ken Patton. Ken Patton drops it. Oh, somebody took a shot. That looked like it was out. And it's offsides. JJ, touch it. At this point, just touch it. What's the point? Delayed offside, just called off. Gets it over to Alex Rams. Alex Rams flips it up to the blue line. Matt Campanero comes up with it. Turns it over. Gets a little poke on it. Ken Patton comes back with it. Gets it over to Rob Magner. Rob Magner, not a day over 91. Looks great for his age.
Looks like Ken added a few more tattoos last week. That was a good pass.
All right, watching a little bit of the action by itself. The puck gets back out there. We're back into the zone here. Everybody's making some moves. Puck gets back out to center ice. Tony has it. Was trying to make a pass over to JJ. JJ has it, takes it into his own zone. Decides to send it back to Tony. It's a little bit of a dangerous pass. But he comes back up to Matt Campanero. Matt Campanero just dumps it in. Maybe a little dump and chase action. A little dump and chase. He tried to send it in the slot. Nobody was able to make contact with it. Donnie LaRocca does a backhand move. Rob Magner gets it up to Nico Ramar. Can Nico do something with this? He's got JJ on his heels. Comes back around right circle. Heads over to the net. Goes behind. Drops it off. Nobody there. Tony comes up with it. Gets it over to Rob Magner. Funny story. Tony and Rob used to play on the same team in the Toe Dragons on the Monday Night AJL League. Matt Lynch sends it up. Hits the glass. Comes back to Campanero. Campanero sends it in. Donnie LaRocca is coming down with a full head of steam. Got to finish those checks. Shot on goal. Brother Ray makes a nice save. Puck is along the boards, comes up. Matt Lynch gets it over to Anton. Anton, a.k.a. Sputnik, turns the puck over. Matt Lynch, center ice.
I sense some tension on the Creamators bench right now. A lot of yelling and screaming.
They got to wake up. All right, got the puck up along the board. Anton grabs it, clears his own. Matt Lynch is going to skate to it. Novik is on him, though. What's he going to do? That nifty little tape job gets it over to Mark Patton. Mark Patton gets it to the slot, turns it over. Matt Campanaro sends it back out to the red line, where Gary Biltis comes up with the puck. Gary Biltis has the puck, sends a shot on net outside the blue line. Trying to catch Nick Becker off guard. Puck is still in the zone. All right, Dan Ford sends it right to Eric Friedman. Eric Friedman gets a shot on net, goes wide, just left of the net. John Carter tries to get it, but it gets over to Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch comes in, makes a move, comes over to the right side, tries to get it there. Tony's there to make the save. Offsides right now, still offsides.
Matt Lynch reminds me of a younger Jay Dragum.
There are similarities. Doesn't have your shot.
Oh.
That was upstairs. It was a little high. Definitely a little high. Puck comes back out to center, where Anthony Smith collects it, a.k.a. Tony.
Nice.
He sends it over to John Carter. John Carter gets it on his stick and then kind of loses it. Puck comes back up to the blue line. William Morales has it. Sends it over to Anton. Anton takes a shot. About 40 seconds left in the period.
Joe Messick ices it for no reason whatsoever, but it's not an ice.
No, because Gary Biltis actually caught it. So here we go. Dan Ford gets it up to the blue line, goes right back. Nobody knows what that was.
Kyle Booth attempted to score before the period ends.
Dan Ford comes up the left side of the blue line. Ooh, defender falls down, sends it back to Mark Patton. Nick Becker holds on for a quality save. Dan Ford, why didn't you take that shot? Dan Ford, I think he played hockey with Rocket Richard.
I was going to say, he's played a lot of hockey this day.
Yeah, he has. Those blades are down to like almost no metal. Kyle Booth in the slot, shot, save. Puck goes behind the net. What was that, J.J. Missick? Oh, no. Oh, Nick Becker just saved you. If I'm the coach, I'm having a conversation with Joe Missick.
That's one-hand Joe. Never has two hands on the stick.
Come on. Come on, Joe.
Junior's got to teach him a few things.
Like hustle. All right, here we go. 1 second. And that's the period. All right, Jay. I'd say 3-1 after the first. Ice Dragons definitely came to play today.
Dominating. Shots against, out of control.
I got to say that Nick Becker is holding them in place. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. I'll send it to you. I'll send you our YouTube channel.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, let's see what we're doing. We'll start from up the lane.
Let's go.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot of fun.
Before I leave, let me get your phone number, and I'll send it to you.
Hockey player with a tooth? Yes, sir. Yeah, this is the phone
What?
player. Yes, sir.
I'm going to put it in every men's bathroom from here to Tallahassee.
I'm good. I'm kidding.
All right, the minute is up, Jay. We're back. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Ovaltine.
We got people in the press box to the left.
And we do.
What do we got up there?
We got the Lynn University players. They should be working out, but their coach isn't there, so they're just tooling around.
For them, maybe they're doing the same thing as us. Call the away game.
No, it was one kid hanging upside down, if you ask me. All right, so let's get back to the action.
Pretty soon those young men will be in this league. AJHL in 3-4 years from now.
Here we go. We're at center. Drops the puck, and we're back on. Started the second period. You know, it makes me think of one of Jay Dragum. Let me put it to you this way. Jay is one of the best chirpers in the AJHL. Everybody does love him, but if you don't fight him, you won't be friends. Now, one of the greatest chirps of all time, I'm not going to mention the person he was chirping to, but it was an 18-year-old kid that I've come to become very fond of. But at the time, he was kind of being a jerk. So as he skated past our bench, Dragum yelled at him, "What's it like to be 18 and washed up?"
I call him how I see him, JP. I call him how I see him.
It might be one of the greatest chirps ever. Good thing for our boy, he didn't understand what the hell was being said.
I'm still looking for Barada. Nowhere to be found.
He'll be here soon. All right, Kyle Booth comes through a couple of plays, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Puck comes back around the net. Alex Rams comes up with it, gets it over to Matt Lynch in front of the goal. Matt Lynch goes back. Oh, he gets it over to Nico. Nico can't make any contact. That would have been a sure-handed goal. Puck goes back to the corner. Matt Lynch doesn't come up with it. Novik sends it back out. Yanni Pfeifenberger can't clear it. Nobody can clear it. Puck is stuck in the zone. Yanni takes it out, comes across the red line. He's struggling. Gets a shot on net. And somehow, the puck stays out of the net. Wow. I think Brother Ray flared those ankles at the end to keep that from...
Kyle Booth was a big-time signing for the Ice Dragon.
He was a last-minute substitution.
Captain for the Creamators is really working his guys right now.
John Carter is one of my favorites. I just wish he would lose that rainbow-colored visor.
I think it would help his game if he could actually see. Shot off the ball.
If people ask me why I have that visor, I tell them I play a lot of outdoor ice hockey in Florida, where the average temperature is 80 degrees. All right, here we go. Shot on net, straight from the circle. Brother Ray sends it aside. Anton comes up with it up along the board, gets it over to Dan Ford. Dan Ford loses control, gets it over to Gary Biltis. Gary Biltis decides to flip it up to Anton. Pete Boudemer gets a little stick on it. Oh, comes back to center. Mark Patton can't seem to hold on to it. Comes out of the zone. Puck is now back in the Ice Dragon zone. Gary sends it over to Mark Patton right on the blue line. Mark Patton hesitates, decides to take a shot. Nick Becker comes up with the glove save. So I wonder if any of the talks that the captains had are making any difference. I'm seeing a lot of the same type of play that we saw in the first period. 3 minutes gone. Here we go. Drops the puck. Ice Dragons come up with it. Anton takes a shot. Not even close. Gets it over to Tony. Tony tries to clear it, but it hits an Ice Dragon. Oh, Mark Patton with a nice little backhand. Anton comes up with it. Gives it right to J.J. Missick. J.J. Missick needs to skate that up. Decides to get it over to Donnie LaRocca. Donnie LaRocca fumbles it a little bit. Gets a shot wide of the net. Back to J.J. on the left-hand side. Anton poke checks it. Sends J.J. into the board. Gary sends it around the boards over to William Morales. William Morales just clears his zone, goes back to the red line. Tony takes possession in his zone. So we're here, 10:30 left in the second period. Gary has the puck in his zone. What's he going to do with it? He's going to send it to Mark Patton, who does a nifty little redirect. Let's call it that. Matt Campanero. All right, well, we got something going on here. We got a little bit of...
Anton hits the net.
That puck is just bouncing around in the zone. Dan Ford is calling for it.
Number 8 tripped on the blue line.
All right, Gary Biltis comes up with it. One of the hardest wrist shots I've ever seen.
Right now, to be honest with you.
You know, when they invented hockey, this wasn't it. This is 10 guys humping a puck. And it's an icing, thank God. Let's get a line change and a commercial.
Gary Biltis falls for no reason.
Gary Biltis slides into home and he's out. Sacre bleu. Sacre bleu, mon ami. Hey, Tabernacle.
Joseph Viteri making sure everyone paid up.
The HHL treasure. And goaler.
Can we throw a little love at the AJHL just blossoming in a matter of years? Hundreds of hockey players?
You can say it, I can't.
Pretty impressive.
Appreciate that, Jay.
Every rink in South Florida, AJHL.
Hey,
Multiple leagues.
Jay is one of the OGs. He was with us from the beginning. Jay was just a young pup when I first met him. Out of Philadelphia, born and raised.
Just chasing chips everywhere.
Eric Friedman comes into the zone. It was looking promising, but then he turns it over, gets it over to the left-hand circle, drops it. What happens there? Rob Magner's going to see if he can get a little offensive zone. Nope. Ken Patton comes up with it. Rob Magner comes up with it. Sends it back to Ken, who's not there. Kyle Booth gets a hold of it. Sends it over to Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch dumps it into the zone. Novick comes up with it. Sends it along the board. Matt Lynch still has it. Sends it into the boards. Gets it over to Alex Rams, who can't seem to hold on to it because he doesn't have both hands on the stick. Rob Magner does come up with it. Sends it back to the point. Gets a shot on goal. Nice save by Nick Becker. Eric Friedman, you got to carry this up. But he gets it out of the zone. They get a clear at least, and they're offsides. The delayed offsides has been called off.
Don Randazzo needs oxygen right now.
And a mortadell. Nobody's back on defense right now. And there's Tony. Novick needs to get a shot here. That was a pretty good shot. There was some mustard on that one. Eric Friedman tried to take it in. John Carter sends it into the slot. Eric Friedman still has it. Everything's moving in slow motion. Oh, Joe Missick. Joe Missick. That's the second penalty on Joe Missick tonight. Coach might have to sit him for a while.
Matt Lynch is going for that player of the game tonight. All over the place. Drawing penalties, sniping Becker.
Matt Lynch, baby Dragum.
That's right. Kyle Booth chirping a little bit down there.
We got some words there. If I'm John Carter, I'm definitely sitting Joe Missick for a while. Let him think about what's going on. All right, here we go. Ice Dragons back on the power play. Mark Patton is going to take the face-off against J.J. Missick. Ref has the puck, drops it. Let's see. Creamators come up and they clear the zone. Comes all the way down. Brother Ray's going to, no, fakes it out. Thought he was going to do a little chesty, but he doesn't. Gary Biltis has the puck. He's staring right. He's trying not to look at his feet. Drops it off to Nico. Nico sends it into the corner. This doesn't make much sense to me, but maybe that's how they drew it up. Puck goes all the way down. Brother Ray comes up with it. Sends it over to Mark Patton, a.k.a. Donnie LaRocca. Gets it over. Johnny Pfeifenberger cuts it off. Sends it back in. So far, the power play, the penalty kill is looking good. Ice Dragons. Gary Biltis has the puck, comes across the red line. Sends it over to the blue line. Nico Ramor comes up with it. Sends it to the corner. Anthony Smith tries to clear. Comes off the board. Makes a play. We got numbers. We got numbers.
He's not passing.
Oh! And that just went high and wide. I've been playing with Anthony Smith for some time, and that is about a normal shot for Anthony. He needs to start aiming at the goalie's skates. Bring it down a few boards. He's got a good shot, just can't seem to get it on net. He's got wheels for days. I love the kid.
Anthony.
I love the kid. Tony, aim for his feet. All right, Ice Dragons come up with the face-off. Ken Patton, ooh, thought he was clearing it. Doesn't get too much on it. That's a penalty. That's not a penalty. Interesting. All right. Alex Rams sends it in. Matt Lynch comes across the blue line. Gets it back over to Alex Rams with a nice pass. And Tony clears the zone. Smart play by Tony. Excellent defenseman. We didn't sign him because of his offensive prowess. It's because he can cover guys and clear zones. Kyle Booth comes in with the puck. Comes on the left-hand side. Centers it back. Alex Rams gets none of that. But he does come back up with it. Comes off of Matt Campanaro. Matt Campanaro somehow loses possession. And Matt Lynch is everywhere tonight. Can we just say that Matt Lynch is everywhere tonight?
So far, Matt Lynch.
I gotta say. Joe Missick is out of the box, coming up on the right-hand side. Kind of throws it on net. Oh, and the net comes off the mooring, comes back on. Oh, gets a shot, goes wide of the net. Comes back up to the blue line out of the zone. Alex Rams gets a paw on it. Sends it in. Matt Campanaro comes up, and the puck comes up behind the net.
He should go end-to-end with this puck.
He should. He will. Come on.
Look at this tape, John.
Let's go. Oh. Nice shot. Off the post. Tries to curl it in there. Tony. Don Randazzo with the shot.
I would have jumped over this balcony if Don scored. Would have jumped right over.
Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt. Matt Campanaro takes it behind the net. Designs a reset. He's got Ovechkin laces. All right, here we go. Nick DeLucia, number 10, sends it over to Sal Caprata. Sal Caprata sends it over to the boards. Matt Lynch, I think, has got 17,000 minutes of ice time. Ref catches the puck, drops it. He knows he's on camera. He wants us to point him out. Refs are part of the ice. Nothing you can do. Dan Ford comes up on the right-hand side, sends it over. Mark Patton sends it in. Joe Missick sends it out for icing. Joe Missick is really having the complete opposite type of game of Matt Lynch. Don't get me wrong, I love Joe Missick. I really do. But I call him like I see him. And right now, Joe's got to pull his head out of his butt and start getting into the action.
Joe's due for a bounce back. So far, he's got 4 penalty minutes. His plus-minus is -3.
I'm about to downgrade him from an Amish to a Mennonite. We have our first Mennonite reference. Here we go. Eric Friedman has possession, turns it over, gets it over to Tony. Tony whips it around the board. He gets it up to Donnie LaRocca. Dan Ford gets a hold of it. Gets back to Eric Friedman. Eric Friedman goes to the bad ice. Gary Biltis holds on to him. A little bit of holding there. William Morales gets it up to Rob Magner. Rob Magner dumps it, flips it. Interesting story. Rob Magner wearing his bad reputation uniform tonight. Puck gets flipped up and out of the zone. John Carter gets it up to Donnie LaRocca, a.k.a. Mark Patton.
Anthony Mastrangelo would be very proud of that.
Back to back to back.
Another fantastic chirper, Anthony Mastrangelo.
Anthony Mastrangelo. Nobody knows how to get under your skin like Anthony Mastrangelo.
He'll make you blow a gasket.
He will definitely make you blow a gasket.
Matter of fact, I was going to beat everybody up, including you then. Or attempt. Let's call it that.
I wish we had that on camera. That would have been nice.
Nick Becker has faced 42 shots and he beat him in the head. A little closer to 2 periods. Collette is just fantastic.
Collette is playing hard. All right, face-off, drop. Ice Dragons come up with it. Mark Patton sends it up to William Morales. William Morales realizes they're offsides, holds it, dumps it. Smart play by Ken Patton. Something you won't hear me say all that often. Puck gets over.
Took the GoPro off his helmet. Now he can play a little hockey.
Right, if he just stops wearing all that, stops wearing the toupee and the glue that's seeping into his head. All right, Kyle Booth, number 1, sends it around the board. Comes up past the blue line. Anthony Smith collects it. He's got William Morales on him. Sends it up to Donnie LaRocca. Donnie LaRocca sends it over to John Carter. John Carter does a lacrosse-style play. Turns over the blue line. Kyle Booth comes up at the red line, comes into the zone. Him and Rob Magner. Ooh, Rob was offsides. Rob was offsides by a toe. Had they scored a goal, I'm sure they would have went to video review.
Which you can provide for them now. Nico Romero, one of the most improved players in the AJHL.
Without a doubt.
Didn't even know how to put on his equipment a year ago.
He's a.k.a. Big Mac now.
Big Mac.
Extra sauce. Lettuce and tomato. I don't think there's lettuce and tomato on a Big Mac, but we got 2:41 left in the second. This period flew by, ladies and gentlemen. 3-1 Ice Dragons. Ref takes the puck, drops it on the dot. Ice Dragons come up with it. Ken Patton has it. Ooh, tries to send it over, but can't. Tries to take possession, but can't. Finally gets it back to Kyle Booth. Kyle Booth, a stalwart back there, sends it over to Nico Romar. Nico Romar needs to get his eyes fixed. Again.
He flies planes for a living.
Is what I heard. Good thing he's not flying tonight. Kyle Booth goes right into the zone.
Take
Take Don with a little bit of the. Oh! Kyle Booth took prejudice against that hit and decides to bury it in the back of the net. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-1 Ice Dragons, 2:12 in the second. Nick Becker's doing everything he can to keep these guys in the game. Don Randazzo decided to play the body and paid the price. We come back to center ice. Ref has the puck. And we're back to the action.
Joe Missick actually has 2 hands on his stick for the face-off.
That's it. He's ready to drop the puck. Drops the puck. Ice Dragons come up with the puck, win the face-off. Gary Biltis has the puck. Decides to flip it up to the blue line. Sends it over to Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch decides to do a little bit of hoeing. Gets it over to Yanni Pfeifenberger. Yanni Pfeifenberger decides to get a shot on net. Don Randazzo. Don Randazzo with an amazing goal. He collects the rebound and scores the goal.
Donnie,
How you doing, Donnie?
The ravioli strikes again, brother.
Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt.
That's a little rattled right now. He looks a little shook, Colette.
Minute 55 in the second period. We got a game. It's 4-2.
And we got Barada on the bench right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Anthony Barada has finally joined us, the co-founder of the AJHL. I can see the top of his dome.
Boom, motherfucker.
Chef Anthony Barada, coming straight from the retirement home. Uh-oh, he's coming up the stairs. We got a penalty. We got a penalty. We got a penalty on the Ice Dragons. Novik can take possession.
What's up, dog?
They're on. They got a delayed call. Minute 17. Novik comes up, tries to take a shot. Ice Dragons take possession. Whistle is blown. They are going on the power play, the Creamators. Anthony, how we doing, bud?
Good evening, folks. It's nice to be here. What a great game. Back and forth. The action is upright.
He hasn't watched one single play yet. He can commentate.
I was on both benches. I was on both benches. Double League Jay DeGrom signed that big contract in Texas. Pitched 1 fucking inning. Jay DeGrom pitched 1 inning. Got $200 million. Why can't we get that scratch?
Number 14 is in the penalty box. We got a minute 13 left in the second. 4-2 Ice Dragons. Puck is dropped. Creamators come up with the puck, takes a shot. Oh! And Ray Collette decides to hold on to it. Stoppage of play, minute 7 left in the second. Faceoff comes over to the right circle. Ref has the puck. Gets ready to drop it. Drops the puck. Ice Dragons, no. Creamators come up with it. Sends it over. William Morales clears the zone. Minute left. Pete Budemer has the puck. Sends it over to Matt Campanero. Oh, Matt Campanero doesn't know that it's coming. William Morales is holding on to it.
Jay DeGrom move. Steal that puck and go in.
Puck is in the corner.
Is the bench in here?
William Morales goes down. No, he was a healthy scratch early, unavailable for today's game. Puck goes over to Booth. Booth comes across the slot, carries it out on the right, comes across the blue line, across the red, into the Cremator zone, drops it over for William Morales. What a save by Nick Becker. 15 seconds left in the second. 1 minute left on the penalty. Mark Patton has the puck. 9 seconds left. Sends it up to Kyle Booth. Kyle Booth has 4 seconds. Someone's got to pull the trigger. That's the end of the second period, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to take this time and promote the other leagues that we have. We're going to have 2 divisions on Monday night, starting the 17th, C3, and a super new, shiny upper division.
Which league will Jay DeGrom's team, the Junkyard Dogs, be? Are they C3 league or C2 league?
Nah, they're going to be in the Buds and Suds, the Premier League.
Buds and Sons. Buds are not alcoholics up here.
If they stopped drinking, we'd be out of business. All right, John Carter looking clean, looking clean and fresh.
Look at him lining his guys up right now. Carter's.
He shaved all of his facial hair. I don't know if you noticed. He looks like a young Jimmy Olsen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a pause. We'll be back. All right, here we are. We're back. Start of the third period, drops the puck. Creamators don't come up with it. Matt Lynch does, sends it back over to the Creamators zone. Creamators are still on the power play. Anthony gets it over to Donnie LaRocca. Donnie LaRocca doesn't see it. Novik comes up with it. What's he going to do with it? Try to send it to the slot. Bounces off of Ken Patton's skate. Puck comes out of the zone. Tony has it. Alex Rams is on him. Sends it over to Novik. Novik gets a touch. Eric Friedman has it. Eric Friedman, what are you going to do with it? He's going to come back to center ice. Smart play. Tries to drag it. Loses possession. Donnie LaRocca has it. Takes a shot on net. Brother Ray makes a save. John Carter gets it back on net. And Ray Collette.
Matt Lynch is tired, ladies and gentlemen. He is tired.
He's been playing. I think he's played 72 minutes, and we've only played like 26. Look at Rob Magner with the bad reputation jersey on.
Rob Magner, bad reputation. I forgot about it.
Got Dandy Dan Ford out there. Drops the puck. Cremator should have come up with it. Alex Rams makes a move. Tony poke checks it. Puck comes back to Tony. Tony sends it over to the left boards. Rob Magner overplays it. Donnie LaRocca sends it to the right.
Fans are biting their nails right now.
Just so we make it known and give credit where credit is due, John Carter's team, the Creamators, were the inaugural champions last year. They won the St. Germain Cup in a wonderful final about a month ago. So they are the defending champs. What's that, T? They played. One second. Oh, Dan Ford takes a shot. Their opponent in that game was, if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was Joey Vitteri's team.
Nobody remembers the losers. Nobody. I don't hear you saying a word.
Oh, he's been talking the whole time.
I was.
You showed up and he got shy all of a sudden.
No. I just saw Wayne and Joey Vitteri stretching for their game upcoming. Oh, there's a Tim Connolly getting ready to go.
I will let you know this, T. Jay feels very out of place. He showed up to the rink with no gear.
Didn't know what to do.
Naked. That's naked for him. The Emperor has no clothes. That's David Graham.
That's right.
The Emperor.
Don Randazzo has a goal tonight.
I enjoy watching hockey with my friends.
That's what this is really all about. Rob Magner comes into the zone, takes possession of the puck, drops it for Alex Rams. Alex Rams gets a shot on net, but it's deflected. Puck is sent over to Rob Magner along the boards, gets it over to Dan Ford. Dan Ford sends it back to the corner. Alex Rams gets it back to Dan Ford. Dan Ford sends it to center ice. J.J. Missick should be heading north and south instead of east to west. Gets the puck over. No, Gary Biltis makes a play. Rob Magner has it up at the red line, sends it in. William Morales comes up with it on the left-hand side. takes a shot on net. Nick Becker makes a save, fights it off, got handcuffed a little bit. JJ with a bad pass back to center. You don't want to do that. We got a collision in the slot. Here we go. They're hitting each other. They're playing back and forth. What's going to happen here? Matt Lynch, Matt Campanaro.
Love to see it.
Ken Patton. Ken Patton breaks it up. I love it. Gold star, Ken Patton. Gold star.
Matt Lynch, 1-on-1 against his go. 2-on-1. What a pass.
Ken Patton collects it, gets a shot.
Ken looks like John Cena.
Nick Becker stops it. Things got heated. The two Matts, they talk to each other. They shake hands like men. Matt comes off the ice. We do not condone fighting here at the AJHL. That can be taken up in the parking lot. All right, ref grabs the puck, gets back to the dot. Gets ready to drop it. Drops the puck. And the Ice Dragons come up with it. Ooh, Murray Patton gets a shot on goal. That was a nifty little move. Puck gets dumped back over to the boards. Nico Romar has the puck. Pete Budemer sends it over to the board.
I begged the bad dude.
He couldn't make it tonight. He just wasn't available.
I'm saying I'm so glad because last week, like,
Joe Missick has the puck. Gets a shot on net. Finally. Hey.
Kyle Booth out here just taking names.
That was a little bit of roughhousing. He sprayed the goalie. He didn't like it. I got to take that gold star back from Ken Patton. That was a little bit unsportsmanlike. I think that's what he's going to get called.
Joe Missick getting a
It was Ken Patton. Unsportsmanlike.
Joe Missick getting tossed.
Joe Missick is done for the night. Joe, grab your stuff and go. It's just going to get worse. Let's go, Joe. Bit of a rough night for Joe Missick. He got tossed from the game tonight. We got 8:39 in the third period. 4-2. Joe, I would recommend just heading off the ice, Joe. Joe, I would recommend heading off the ice, bud. Please. Someone has to serve the penalty.
Joe, just leave, Joe.
Aww. But did he though? Because we saw it. All right, after all that excitement, we got a couple of matching penalties on the board.
We're still playing hockey.
I guess we're going to be looking at 5-on-5, 8:39 left in the third period. 4-2 Ice Dragons. They're going to make them play 4-on-4. I love it. Ice is going to open up a little bit, folks. Joe Missick still complaining. Tonight just wasn't his night. JJ Missick is here. Matt Campanaro comes from behind the net. Sends it up to JJ Missick. He can't hold it. Goes into the other end for icing. We're going to come back down to the Creamators zone where the face-off is going to be on the lower right-hand circle. Or it's going to be in the right-hand circle.
That's so.
That's all fucking thing. Just like here, Joe Jr.
Yeah, that's
But we got 3 sets.
On Stephen Green's team, the Reapers.
That's really good.
All right, puck comes up. Eric Friedman gets a piece of it. Kyle Booth gets a piece of it. Eric Friedman can make a move. He's got Dan Ford to beat on his left-hand side. Makes a move. Oh, what a save by Brother Ray. An absolute robbing.
That might be the save of the game, taken away from
It was like, Eric, it's just, I got to say, he took your PIN number and your debit card and emptied your account. That was an unbelievable save.
Would have changed the game, too.
Would have put a lot more pressure on the Ice Dragons. Faceoff comes back out to Matt Campanero. Creamators win it. He sends it back into the boards. Comes across to Dan Ford on the right-hand side. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, left-hand side. Dan Ford has it, loses it. Eric Friedman comes up with it. What's he going to do with it? Can't seem to hold on to it. Does hold on to it. Novik has to get a shot on net here. JJ tries to come up with it, fumbles it, gets it over to Kyle Booth. Kyle Booth looks like he's going to fly. Going to take it himself. Not going to leave it for Sputnik. Gets a shot. Nicky Buckets. Makes the save. I got to tell you, Barada's a lot more entertaining when he has that
Guitar?
No, when he has that flask or the the thermos. There's no thermos, ladies and gentlemen. There's no thermos tonight.
No thermos.
Barada is stone cold sober right now.
Calm, cool, and collected.
I like 3 bourbon Barada. I'm sure he does. Matt Campanero carries it into the zone, makes a move, gets it on the left, gets it on the right, turns it over, comes back outside of the zone. Tony Smith has it at the red line, sends it over to Sal Caprata. Sal Caprata.
Slap it! Slap that motherfucker! Slap that biscuit, boy! Fuck!
And that is what we're talking about. That's just a taste. Tony Smith takes it into the zone. Looked promising. Falls off to the left side. Puck comes out to Matt Campanero. Gets one on. Handcuffs Brother Ray. Anton can't hold on to it. Tony Smith comes up to it. Gets it over to Matt Campanero. Matt Campanero brings it across the blue line. Slap shot. Gets deflected. Over Gary Bilt's stick. DeLucia turns it over, tries to get it over. Matt Campanero gets a stick on it. This is true. Offsides. If he touches it, it's offsides. Delayed offsides. There you go. Matt Lynch. Matt Lynch and Matt Campanero.
Look at this young man go.
Not for nothing, but if I'm going to be honest, it looks like Matt Lynch has dropped a couple of pounds.
That always helps.
Nice save, Nick Becker, with a shot by Dan Ford. Leg pad save. Goes right off of Donnie LaRocca's hip. On net. Almost fumbles it. Puck comes back to center ice, gets over to Anton. Ice Dragons have 32 shots on net, Creamators 28. Matt Campanero has the puck. Decides to take it out of his own zone. Across the blue line. Mark Patton has designs of stopping him. Shot gets on net. Brother Ray makes the save. Does Matt come up with it? Brother Ray covers it. We got a melee. Gary Biltis has the puck. Sends it right to Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith sends it over to Donnie LaRocca. Donnie LaRocca puts it into the zone. Dumps it into the corner. They're fighting for possession. Gary Biltis comes up with it.
Gary's moving.
Look at
loses the ball.
Decides to skate right by. Mark Patton, a.k.a. Donnie LaRocca, gets a shot just wide of the net. More of a pass, if you ask me. Sal Caprata has it. Sends it back to the center ice. John Carter, you have numbers. You and Donnie LaRocca, 2-on-1. Takes a shot. Brother Ray makes the save. Puck gets washed. Throws his hands up.
You're good, Kenny. You're good.
That's the instant sign that you did something wrong. Anytime a player puts their hands up, you know.
That's the universal sign of I'm going to the box.
You just have to keep skating. So it looks like the Creamators are going back on the power play. Or maybe they're not. 4:37 left in the third. Creamators take a timeout. Don Randazzo with a goal tonight. You got to be in the right spot. All right, we got a timeout. Third period, 4:37, 4-2 Ice Dragons. This game is, the first period kind of dragged, but the last 2 periods have flown by. What time do we have? It's 7:30 on the nose, ladies and gentlemen.
Is still storming the sidelines.
Johnny Mars.
Call it a Johnny Mars.
John Missick doesn't know how to get tossed out of a game correctly.
I thought that was haircut for a second.
Joe Missick's still in full gear 30 minutes later. Ready to yell at the refs still.
He's talking to Johnny Mars. That's the guy that you want to talk to about
Yes,
getting thrown out of a game.
That's the guy.
My blood pressure goes up a little bit when I see Johnny Mars.
I think that they're probably exchanging meatloaf recipes.
John, do not chirp at the ref right there, John.
He wants to know where the jersey is. Joey Viteri has the jersey.
He's got all the jerseys now.
He's got, just like he has all our hearts, he has all our jerseys. Joey Viteri, treasure.
Kid loves Costco.
Does love Costco and vaping and cats. Loves Trump. I can't say the other part. Here we go. JJ takes a stick to the back. A little bit of a rough play right there, but it comes out clean. Tony comes up with the puck. Matt Lynch has it. Oh, that's a penalty.
Matt Lynch is drawing penalties, scoring goals, and taking names today. And talking trash. I love it.
Maybe that is haircut.
The guy with the boots.
All right, here we go. 4:08. There's a penalty. The Creamators are going to have to kill this penalty, and they're going to have to score some goals. Ice Dragons are on the power play. Let's see what they do. We're back to the face-off. Ref drops the puck. Gets over to Ken Patton. Ken Patton sends it on net. Gets deflected. J.J. Missick gets it up. Eric Friedman is fighting for it along the boards. Eric Friedman comes up with it. He's going to have to bring this out. Nice move past Ken Patton. Continue to come up ice. Still has possession of it. Centers it over to Matt Campanaro. Nothing much comes of it. They end up killing about 30 seconds off the power play. William Morales gets a shot on net, just wide. Puck is up along the boards, and there's a stoppage in play.
Adam Rothstein.
I always do a shout out to Elad, who was kind enough to let us use the Xbox Go, the AI automatic camera.
So is it official that Elad is with Benjamin?
I don't know, I could care less. Let's get back to the game. Here we go. Dan Ford has the puck, comes along the left-hand circle, comes down. J.J. Missick comes up with the puck. Looks for Friedman. Friedman sees he has a spot there. What can he do with it at the top of the circle? Gary gets a little poke check. Uh-oh. Doesn't call it, wants it. Gary kind of wrapped him up a little bit, but he hit it well. Can he get it over to Matt Lynch? Oh, can he get it over to Matt Lynch? Matt comes up with it, shoots, and what a save by Nick Becker. Nick Becker, probably the best goalie in the AJHL.
Incredible. Kid can play left-handed, right-handed, goalie.
He's unbelievable.
Just lucky to have.
Also plays guitar like Eric Clapton.
Started playing soccer with Peter Stringer as of late.
I've heard. All right, back to the action. 2:53 left in the third. Creamators still trying to kill this penalty. Dan Ford comes up with it along the blue line with his teammate draped all over him. Dan sends it back on the other side of the blue line. Donnie LaRocca has it at the blue line. Sends it back to J.J. Missick. J.J. Missick is going to take it in his zone. Dan Ford makes a play. Gets it to Alec Trams. Alec Trams sends it back out to the red line. Yanni Pfeifenberger, what's he going to do? He's going to dump it. Donnie LaRocca is going to come down on the left-hand side. Gary Biltis has the puck along the goal line. He's parrying the pass behind the net. Don't know why he would do that, but he does it. J.J. Missick gets it over to Matt Campanaro. Matt Campanaro has a shot. Gets absolutely handcuffed, Brother Ray. The puck was sitting there for an eternity. Nobody could put it home. Puck comes back out to the blue line. Alex Ram sends it down. We're back at even strength.
Wondering when they're going to pull their goalie.
Probably never. Matt Campanaro making a play on Kyle Booth. Kyle Booth sends it over to his teammate. Anthony Smith has it, minute 40. Third period. Donnie LaRocca has the puck. Sends it back over to Anthony. Anthony comes along the blue line, takes a shot. Just wide of the net. Ken Patton has it. Puck gets deflected, comes back to Donnie LaRocca. Alex Rand comes along the blue line. Gets stopped by Matt Campanaro. Clean play. Minute 12. Matt Campanero's going to have to make a move with his Ovechkin laces. Comes down. Holds on to it. Takes a zero-angle shot. Kyle Booth sends it back across. Can Tony get to it? He does. Keeps it in the zone. Play stays alive. Gets a shot on net. Just misses wide. Comes back to the point. Man Campanaro has it. Puts it back on net. Goes wide right. Tony back on net. Gets deflected. Puck gets deflected. Puck is behind the net.
Putting the pressure on right now. This is
Takes a shot and a goal. A blistering slap shot by Matt Campanaro to make it 4-3 with 36 seconds left in the third. The Creamators are going to use their timeout. Creamators are going to use their timeout. 4-3. John Carter bringing his team together.
7.5 is right there.
Dude, I've been so close, like with every game. I got the Eagles. I got the Eagles in the over. Always. No, with Hard Rock. I'm not really a guy. I usually just bet the football playoffs. That's it. What's that? Yeah, it's got AI. It's got a little tiny mouse in there that thinks it's a piece of cheese. All right, comes back to center ice. We got 36 seconds left. 4-3, 1-goal game. Puck gets dropped. Ice Dragons come up with it. Ken Patton takes it into his own zone. Tries to clear it. All right, here we go. Anthony Smith sends it up. J.J. Missick gets a piece of it. Ken Patton, we got 23 seconds left. Are they going to pull the goalie? Matt Campanaro has it. Oh, Eric Friedman takes a shot. Oh, just clears the crease. Oh, they had a chance. They had a chance, ladies and gentlemen, with 14 seconds left. With 14 seconds in the game, I thought it was going to be a tie game. We got 12. We got 13 seconds left. 4-3, third period, 1-goal game. They're going to pull the goalie. They got 6. They got to win this face-off if they're going to have a chance. They get it. Eric Friedman gets it back. They keep it. Yanni Pfeifenberger sends it on net to the left. 3, 2, 1.
What a game.
What an absolute wonderful game.
Just a good hockey.
I got to tell you, both teams fought hard. The Ice Dragons were just 1 goal better.
Matt Lynch, I tip my cap to you. You're my player of the game, my friend.
I would like to thank Jay Dragon for joining us today for this AJHL production of the Ice Dragons versus the Creamators. Anthony Barada, the co-founder, is here with us. I'm glad that he dropped in late.
Saturday night lights, boy.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the end of the handshake while these boys do the customary handshake.
Joe Mystic is still mad. He's waiting for the rub. What's going to happen?
He's going to get himself in a lot of trouble.
What's going to happen?
If I was Joe Missick, I would go into the locker room, I'd get changed, and I would go home so that he doesn't have to hear from me later. All right, as they say in Old Mexico City, everybody, AMF. Have a wonderful night.